What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm gonna be doing a step-by-step on how to adjust valves on a small block Chevy. These valves are zero lash, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started by pulling the valve covers off. And the valve covers that I have, they have an Allen key bolt. So this is what I'm using to take out the screws. There's a lot of different combinations, so I don't know what you may have, but anyway, you got to start with taking off the valve covers. And if I got something else that's faster, that'd be wonderful. I think I might got something that's faster. Let's see, and I do. Y'all stay tuned because I gotta go get power tools. We back. Thanks for you guys being so patient. Now, so I had to go and get something that was a little bit faster than what I had because turning that wrench was gonna be long. So and like I said, just gotta be careful because like I said, mine has these little holders along with the screw and a washer there too. So just trying to keep everything intact. And for people that's new to this, like I said, these washers right here, what they do is they keep the screw from kind of going through. So when I used to didn't know what washers was really for, and I used to didn't use them, and I wound up finding out when I started screwing up bolts and stuff like that. So let's see if I can get this off without it dropping anything. Okay, so that's number 2. We got 2 more to go. And I'm gonna probably need an extension. I figured I was. I will probably use an extension to put these back on because it'll just be a lot easier. And this one doesn't look like it has a washer, but that's fine. Just gotta be careful on tightening it. Let's see. I will need an extension for this. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna go and grab an extension. It just makes things much easier. It makes things so much easier. Let's see. Y'all stay tuned. Like I said, I'll show y'all something good here. So we back. Kind of like I said, teach people that don't know. Everybody don't know everything, so you know, you probably got guys that know how to work on stuff. I'm a certified mechanic, so that's one of the many trades that I have, and like I said, you know, I don't know everything. I mean, I know how to do pretty much everything, but some things, you know, I need a little bit of help on. So like I said, I got a couple of different extensions here. I have this one, and then I have this one. Okay, two different sizes. Okay, but I think the short one will be fine. I think the short one will be fine. So let me go ahead and get this other one out real quick, and that way we can get started on today's lesson on these valve adjustments. So let's see here. Got keys that I don't want my garage to be opening doors, unlocking, and all of that. So let's situate them. Now we get ready to get to work. Like I said, this is what I wanted to do. Have the extension on there like that. And perfect. It just makes things so much easier to have the tools that you need. So things will go faster like that. Just makes the job so much easier. It really does. So now valve covers come off. Valve covers come off. Now let me get some rubber gloves because these gloves will soak up. These mechanic gloves will soak up grease. I don't really want that. Like I said, I'm giving y'all some good game here. I hope y'all rocking with the video. Just be patient with the video, you know what I mean? You know, they say patience is a virtue. So like I said, be patient, you know what I mean? Like I said, hands clean. I don't have to really scrub them like that when I'm done working. Got the good rubber gaskets, reusable ones. Get these things over here to the side here. Alright, cool. So now we on. Alright, so now let me tell y'all something. I'm trying to zoom y'all in a little bit. or whatnot. Alright, so here we go. So here's the exhaust side right here, okay? And this is how you know the exhaust side, because you can see the header down here. And this is lined up with the header. So this is the exhaust. Alright? This here is the intake. And the reason you know that is because the intake port goes right here. Okay, so these two right here are intake. This is exhaust. And in my setup, all the exhausts are silver, all the intakes orange. Everybody's setup is not going to be like that, but the simple way is, like I said, these two right here, where you see the exhaust, the intake port, intake, where you see the header here, exhaust. You come on back, you're going to see two more header ports, exhaust, and the last one in the back, exhaust. Okay, so that's how you know exhaust, intake. Now mine's is set at 0 lash, so mine's is done already though. But when you shake them, you try to wiggle these things. This is how you know. This is how you know, like I said, when you wiggle them and they don't move, they're tight. Okay? But when they're like chatting, you hear them chat, or if you wiggle them and see that they're loose, then you know that they need to be adjusted. Okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna either turn the engine by the pulley, or you can bump it over with a bumper. Alright. But once you turn the engine, okay, now once this exhaust is just now opening, this is going to close. Once you see that close, you're going to want to loosen the poly lock, and then there's a lock and key in here. Your setup may be a little different, but anyway, this has to come loose. Whatever your setup is, you may not have poly lock. Loosen this up where you can really wiggle it, and then you're going to want to turn it just until you can't move this anymore. Okay, you don't want it too tight, because if you got it too tight, then you can wipe a load when you can. But snug it just enough so it wouldn't move. Then you're going to want to tighten these poly locks down. And if you have poly locks, it's a two-step to it. Okay, but anyway, hit the comment if you have any questions. So tighten this down, and this is just 0 lash. Tighten this down, and you're good. Then you move on to the next one. Okay, it's wise to just do all the exhaust and then do the intake. That way you won't get confused. A lot of people like to mark these so they know which one they did. Alright, so once you do all of them like that, then you can start on your intake. And like I said, you're going to rotate the engine, and then once this one is closing, this one's going to open, and then you're going to just do the same thing. You're going to snug it down, and then you're going to tighten it. Now, if your valve lash is different, then you will need a filler gauge. These are 0 lash, okay? So I don't need a filler gauge because these are 0 lash. So like I said, if you have like I said, a certain setting, you're going to need a filler gauge. If there's 0 lash, you don't need a filler gauge. Okay, but that's pretty much how you you adjust the valves. And like I said, if they're chatting, you hear them making noise, pull the valve covers off. If you shake them a little bit, you wiggle them, you don't have to shake them. You just pretty much gonna, if you can move them around like this, but these ones aren't, because these ones have been done. But if you can click, 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 they're gonna make a little clicking sound, then they need to be adjusted. Okay, like I said, all of mine has been adjusted, but that's the way you do it. Any questions, drop a comment down below. Really simple to do, really simple. And like I said, you really don't need a whole lot of tools to do this. Okay, just make sure that you do not tighten them down too tight, because you can screw up something. Too loose won't hurt anything. Too tight can screw up something. Okay. Any questions at all, like I said, drop a comment. Go ahead, smash that like button for me. Go ahead, share this video. Share it with social media. Share it with a friend. Just share the video. Share it with both. Just share the video. It really helps out people. The other thing is, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing back together. Like I said, it's real simple to do. Get these valve covers back on here. Same way I took them off. Up. All lined up. Yeah, my valve covers, they don't sit like I like them to on top of these heads. So man, I had to change them out, honestly. But like I said, just try to snug them down as snug as I can. But yeah. So what I do is I try not to snug them down, just get them started until I get them all started, and then I like to go ahead and tighten them. That's what I like to do, like I said, so they kind of seat evenly. Just get them started. Almost like changing the tire. I don't never like to tighten them all down until I get them all started. I kind of like to equally tighten them. Got them snug down good. And there you have it. Like I said, it's real simple to do. Any questions at all, like I said, y'all feel free to drop a comment down below. And y'all stay tuned for more videos to come.